What do we got? I think the last problem, maybe for a while anyway. Let's take a look at it. Doesn't look too bad. What is going on here? Let's start over. The absolute value of 3 minus 4z. Back to z again. Now I threw this problem in because, well, we hadn't seen this one before. I don't think. At least not in the absolute value section. So no matter what we plug into this, it's going to have to be greater than or equal to 0. Now that's kind of a clue of what our solution is going to be. You should think about this. But let's go ahead and solve it. Go through the procedures. Now, since it's in the form that we need to be looking at before we drop the absolute value bars, we're good to go. However, remember, take notice. Let's do it in pink. Pink will get your attention. Of our inequality, in which way I'm considering it to be pointing. It's pointing to the right. So what do we use? And or. This is a clue. Okay, you ought to know this by now. Alright, let's look. Drop the absolute value bars. So we have 3 minus 4z is greater than or equal to 0. Alright. Subtract 3 from both sides. Now we have to flip this because we're going to be multiplying through by 1/4 to both sides. Right? Negative 1/4. It's the reciprocal of this guy right here. Negative 1/4. You should know this by now. Why don't you know this by now? Alright. When we do that though, what happened here? What happened? This has to get flipped. Okay? I didn't flip it. So negative 4th times negative 4 is 1, so we have z is less than or equal to 3/4. Z is less than or equal to 3/4. Okay. Now, I should have ran out of room here. So now we do 3 minus 4z is less than 0. 3 minus 4z. We flip the inequality, right? Remember, we flip it. And make the right hand side negative, but the right hand side, negative 1 times 0 is just 0. So that's just going to be 0. Okay. So once again, take the 3 to the other side, becomes minus 3. Multiplying both sides by negative 1/4 like we did previously, and becomes 3/4. So look at this. We have z is less than or equal to 3/4, and z is greater than or equal to 3/4. Let's draw a picture. That's not the number line color I've been using, but I guess that's what I'm going to use this time. Okay. Arrows indicating going on forever. So we'll arbitrarily pick 3/4 to be right here. This says z is greater than or equal to 3/4. So we'll put a circle here. Greater than or equal to, going off in this direction. This one, however, says z is less than or equal to 3/4. Let's use a different color. How about orange? Z is less than or equal to 3/4. Right, closed in circle because it includes it, and everything going off to the left. Well, this pretty much includes everything on the number line. So in interval notation, we would write from -infinity to infinity. Okay? You could write boldface R, which means all real numbers, or you could say, spell it out, all real numbers. Either way, this is the one that's mostly used further on up into math. Okay? Or this one here. Alright, well that ends this section on absolute value inequalities. I hope that you got a basic understanding here on what's going on. And now it's time to move to the next section, but remember, youtube.com/Michael Griffiths. Alright, and I will see you in the next section.